Hello, and welcome back to Unscripted and Unstoppable, the podcast for women 50 and beyond who are rewriting the rules of midlife and stepping boldly into their next chapter of who they are becoming. Today, we are diving into a topic that every woman over 50, I'm pretty sure, has been touched by, and that is pain. But not just the deal with it kind of pain, not just the it's aging, don't worry about it or forget about it kind of pain that we've all been told to accept. We're talking about the truth behind chronic pain, what it means, what it doesn't mean, and why it might naturally or actually be a powerful message to you and not a life sentence. And to guide us through this conversation, I am absolutely thrilled to welcome Ani Papazyan. And I'm sure I've slaughtered that name, but there we go. Ani is a pain resolution practitioner with over 30 years of experience helping people reclaim their bodies and their freedom. She has worked with professional athletes, Hollywood's elite, and everyday women just like you who want to wake up in the morning without feeling like they've run a marathon in their sleep. Her background is extraordinary kinesiology, medical massage therapy, functional nutrition, and even nutrigenetics. But what I love most about Ani's work is this. She doesn't believe pain is something you have to manage and live with. She believes pain is something that you can resolve. So if you have ever wondered, why does this pain show up louder during my big life transitions? What is my body trying to tell me? Is it actually possible to feel stronger, freer, and more mobile at this stage of life? You, my friend, are in the right place. Ani is here to walk us through all of that, and she's going to share her wisdom, her compassion, her humor, and help us take a fresh take on what is really possible for us. Ani, welcome to Unscripted and Unstoppable. I am thrilled you are here. I'm going to jump right in and ask that first question, and it is, what is the most shocking truth about chronic pain that women over 50 have never been told?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me here, and thanks everyone. Well, to answer your question, the one most shocking that surprises to a lot of my clients is that your pain is reversible, and age almost has nothing to do with it. And as you mentioned in the intro, and thanks for that, that your doctors a lot of times blame on age. Oh, welcome to your 50s or welcome to your 60s. That's normal for your age. And I'm sure a lot of your listeners have heard just that it's normal for your age. But I can tell you, I work with women in their 70s that are pain free. And I work with women in their 20s and 30s that can barely get out of bed.
Wow.
So we cannot blame everything on age. Just think of something that, you're in your 50s, 60s, hopefully 70s and 80s, and throughout the last 30, 40, 50 decades, you've been sweeping things under the rug. That whiplash that you had at the, fender bender 20, 30 years ago, that ankle sprain that you got, or the emotional, your kids left the home, now you're sitting in this beautiful 4,000 square foot house by yourself. All that accumulates. You've been sweeping that under the rug, and then all of a sudden it becomes a mountain of issues that your body cannot ignore it anymore.
Mhm.
And that's where that chronic pain after 50, 60 shows up.
Fascinating. So it's been the culmination of our lives, ignoring things.
Exactly. And as women, we do ignore.
Oh, yeah, we do. Because we, of course, are busy taking care of everyone else, so we don't have time to really consider ourselves. And that is changing for us at this age.
Yes.
Why do you think? Pain gets louder during big life transitions. What does that say about our growth and development? What does that actually, why does that happen? I'm just really curious because it does seem to happen.
Well, I love this question because think of it, this day and age, it's almost impossible not to use computers, right?
Mhm.
Our computers have this bandwidth, and then sometimes we just run out of space. And think of our bodies the same. When you're living your regular life, your body has that certain bandwidth that it utilizes and it knows your patterns. So it knows that, oh, you know how to deal with that stress. You know how to deal with that coworker that you cannot stand or your boss, it's going to scream or do stuff. You know how to handle that because you've been doing it decades. But and then it comes a life change. You're in perimenopause, you're in menopause, or you change a career, or you lose a partner. And that is a shock to your nervous system. Your nervous system it runs out of the bandwidth and cannot handle that shock anymore. Or as women, we go through menopause and perimenopause, our hormones fluctuate and it's a whole new pattern that your nervous system needs to learn to live with. And that's one of the reasons we have this. All of a sudden, I can tell you, client comes, she goes, Ani, I swear, after my 40th birthday, I woke up and my body is a mess. Or as soon as I turned 50, everything started hurting and it cracks me up.
Hmm. That is fascinating to me. And now it's like I can say to myself, it's my bandwidth. It's my bandwidth. It's overloaded. It can't take anymore.
Exactly.
And so the body, I think truth is the body speaks our truth first, right? When we're overloaded, our body starts telling us first before our mind or our hearts begin to actually relay that message as well. So
Yeah.
that makes total sense to me now. It's no longer a mystery. It's a truth that I can embrace and begin to prepare for and work with. So that's wonderful. Ani, you work with high performers and elite athletes in the work that you do. I'm always curious, what is one insider secret? Because they always seem to know more than we do. What insider secret do they know about pain that the rest of us should know too?
It's magic. And one word I can say is consistency.
Okay.
They are relentless about it. Most people try something for a couple of weeks, don't see a miracle change, miracle cure, and then they move on to the next thing.
Hmm.
The high performers, like professional athletes I've worked with, um, you know, a Hollywood A-list that I work with, it's consistency. They get regular body work. There's dietary, they follow very proper dietary things regularly. It's a lifestyle for them. They do their movements, their exercises, or whatever they do. It's the lifestyle choices is consistent. It's a lifestyle for them. It's not like I'm on a diet, I'm going to power through it, and hopefully I can see the scale on the thing change, on a scale for a little bit. No, currently, I'm working with Janet Jackson. I'm her massage therapist, and I've traveled last year and a half. I've been on the road with her, and she doesn't wait. I mean, when she performs at 59 with 2.5 hour show, high energy show, yes, it's her talent, but on top of it, it's her personal trainer that she works with him, regularly. It's me being there constantly, maintenance. And that's what we forget that with regular Joe, we just don't think about small things that we can do daily that add up into a big things. So yeah, these high performers, it's the consistency. What it's not the fancy expensive treatments that they go through, which yes they do sometimes and they can, but it's the daily consistency. Yes, maybe it's not sexy, but it works.
So it doesn't have to be that I have a massage every day and a trainer who comes and works me out every day. It's finding the things that I can afford, right? And then executing them on a day-to-day basis and feeling good about that, not feeling like I'm punishing myself. Oh, I have to do this in order to fit into my jeans or whatever it is, right? It's because it becomes a way of life that you love. Eating well, moving every single day.
Yeah.
None of that, you don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars.
No, and I love what you said is, you mentioned the phrase you said that I just went out my head.
Wow.
A lot of times women do all or nothing approach.
Mhm.
Like I have to be good all the time. Like I know I hear my sister sometimes, oh, I'll start on Monday. Why Monday? Why Monday is so special? Like I don't get what is it about Monday that people say, and I heard this so much, I'll start Monday. Or you're at the party, you want to eat something, or you're craving something, enjoy it, eat it. Don't put yourself into a guilt trip that, oh my God, I ate this donut today. Like I eat donut maybe one or two times a year, and I enjoy every single bite of it. I remember years ago, there was a gentleman who finished LA Marathon, and he was one of the oldest gentlemen that who finished the Los Angeles Marathon. And I think it took him like 8 hours or something to finish it. And they did this interview with him, and they followed him, and he was at this store getting a piece of chocolate cake. And they're like, wow, you eat chocolate cake? He goes, this is my brain happy food. He goes, it makes my brain happy. So enjoy it. Just, and then, these are like once in a while things you do. But what you do daily, tiny little things that you do, that's what makes the difference.
I'm kind of like that with ice cream. I let myself have ice cream when I travel. And
Yeah, you
very
have to. Oh my God, you can't go to Italy and not do the pistachio gelato. Come on.
absolutely. When I'm home, it's very rare I have ice cream in the refrigerator anymore. Maybe once in a while, but very rare because otherwise I will indulge way too much.
I'm
But
the same. I'm exact the same. There is this one Persian ice cream that is rose water and pistachio that I grew up with rose water, so I love rose water. Once in a blue moon, I would get, thank God they come with the small little cups.
yep.
So I buy that, I eat it, I enjoy it, and that's it. But I can never have any of that food in my house
Mm.
because I know myself. I just cannot have it
I,
because it will be gone.
yes. And then the guilt comes when I keep doing that excessively. But when I have ice cream, I really enjoy my ice cream. Like you said with the donut, it's like I savor every bite. Every mouthful because it just brings me a lot of joy. So I love this idea of food that, what did that guy say? It was the food of his mind or
It's happy brain food for him.
happy brain food? Because we all need that too. There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong.
because it releases the brain chemicals of the endorphins. It releases those happy endorphins.
Yeah.
So
So,
yes, we need
so it's
it.
good for us to do that, but in moderation, right? Not every single
Always.
night or every single
Yes.
day. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I also love this piece about just the consistency message that we just need to keep doing it. Even if we don't see results right away, we keep following our path, and that's who we become, and we love who we are, and it's our lifestyle, and we feel good when we live that way. So
Yes.
love that
And
message.
I just want to chime in one more thing here. It's a lot of times we try to do things that worked for others, and that's why there are so many diets and so many it's a billion whatever dollar industry with all the different diets with tons of little books. But just because something worked for someone, it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Find something that works for you.
And so, to the woman who is listening who said, well, I've done massage, I've done PT, I've done the diets, and nothing's worked for me, what what is the real first step they need to take to begin to break their chronic pain cycle?
Well, one of the most important things I would say, stop treating the symptoms.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, our medical system is set up, system equals diagnosis, diagnosis equals medication or whatever treatment. It's stop following the symptoms. The symptoms are just symptoms. We need to find the source, the root cause of the pain. And I cannot tell you how many times I I'm working in my clinic on a client and they came in for a lower back pain or they came in for foot pain. And all of a sudden I put gloves on, my finger is in their mouth, releasing their jaw. And the brave ones, they would say like, Ani, that's not where I came in. Like it's my back. Or the ones that I can just see on the facial expression, like, what is she doing? you know, but you need to find the root cause of the pain. And especially for women in their 50s, the root cause, it's never just one thing. It's
Mm.
an accumulation of things. So first we need to address the nervous system. Let's calm down our nervous system. I cannot tell you, every 100% of my clients, the first thing I do in my office is calm down their nervous system. Because once you calm that down, then your body has the capability of healing itself as long as you give the opportunity for it.
So,
So don't go for the symptoms.
okay.
Look for what is causing that pain.
And speak more about this idea of the nervous system because I think this is really important from everything I've read and understood about living stress-free.
Yeah.
How does someone can someone calm their nervous system, or do we have to come to an expert to do that? How do we do that?
Oh no, that's the beauty of it. If you literally go on YouTube and search for vagus nerve stimulation, you can find hundreds and hundreds of videos. Your vagus nerve is your 10th cranial nerve. It's also called the wandering nerve or the longest nerve because it starts from your brainstem, I think, and it goes all the way to it reflects your heart, reflects your digestion. And so there are simple techniques you can do to stimulate your vagus nerve, which stimulates that calming relaxation. Have you ever heard of sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight, flight, and freeze,
Mhm.
and your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the calming relaxation? Well, when you stimulate the vagus nerve, that's what it does. And one of the simplest ways I can teach your audience to stimulate the vagus nerve is, besides doing breathing techniques, is humming. When you hum, like that vibration stimulates your vagus nerve because it has two branches. It comes down both sides here and goes down. So just humming or just putting a cold splash of water on your face, singing in a shower. How many of us love singing in a shower? That's the only place I sound good for sure. Or singing in a car, right?
Mhm.
You hit those high notes like there is no tomorrow. But all that stimulates your vagus nerve and has a very calming, relaxing effect.
Oh, I'm going to be using that piece of wisdom as soon as we're off this call. I have chronic anxiety and have learned to manage that. But here's the trick. I haven't learned how to calm myself down completely yet. So I will be humming a lot more in the very near future. And researching this Vega nerve.
Vagus, Vagus, vagus nerve.
Wonderful. A great piece of information there for me, and I assume for probably everyone else who's listening, but fantastic. Thank you for that. So, you've talked about how things are the accumulation of our lives. And to me, that's kind of like what I would call a hidden emotional load that we carry. So how do we start to let that go um, in our own inner work that we would be doing? How can we make that so that the pain goes away?
Yeah. This is a great question because we don't realize that our body cannot distinguish between emotional stress and physical stress.
Okay.
It's stress. So, and there is an amazing book, and I can see it. It's like right there. I can't reach it, but Body Keeps the Score.
Okay.
It's an amazing book. It talks about how the emotional stuff that we go through our lives, it holds in different parts of our body. And I cannot tell you, great story. So this was about 20 years ago. I'm working on a client, female, and her complaint was shoulder pain. And so I'm working, she's face down, I'm working around her like angel wing, scapula area. She gets a phone call. She's like, I'm sorry, it's my daughter. I need to answer. She answers as she's talking. I notice her shoulder becomes so much more tight. The muscles just like really tighten up. Once she hangs up the phone, I said, wow, your shoulder really tightened up. She goes, oh, yeah, that happens every time I talk to my daughter. I was like, wow. I mean, that's a pattern.
Mhm.
So that's a pattern that she never connected that daughters, talking to daughters, shoulder pain.
Wow.
It's a pattern that we need to pay attention to and recognize it. And then we can work on breaking that pattern.
So it really comes down to being very aware of your body and how
It's
and when it reacts, and then exploring the circumstances around this reaction that might be a clue to what's really going on deep inside you.
Yes, and everyone has a different pattern. That's why I always say, when I can have two clients with exact same symptoms, but my approach to their pain, I can guarantee would be 100% different.
Mhm.
Just because, like, with the questions I ask, me trying to find out what is their pattern. And that's what every woman needs to do is find out what is my pattern that I haven't paid attention to. And once you recognize it, it's so much easier to override it.
Yeah, it's the initial awareness, right?
Yes,
And then of course it takes longer for you at first to overcome or override it, but eventually over time as you practice, it gets faster and faster so that it becomes less and less problematic for you.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
amazing. If pain were a messenger with a personality, what would it be saying to women who wake up every morning stiff and sore?
Well, I would say, it's your body will say, I've been trying to get your attention for years.
Hmm.
And you haven't been paying the subtle messages that I've been sending. A little pain here, little, issue there. But one of the reasons they mostly realize it in the morning is because first thing in the morning, that's the most when your nervous system is the most, like I would say, honest because you haven't had your coffee yet, which can override that message because it numbs the nervous system, or you haven't reached for that Tylenol or ibuprofen yet that completely numbs it. the message. And that is one of the reasons in the morning you feel the most like, oh boy, this is the true message, that you become more aware of it.
So your body will definitely speak to you in the morning. If you,
More louder than any time of the day. Yes.
all right. And it's that message of you've been ignoring me.
And
And
you've been silencing it because that's what we've been taught to do, silence it.
well, yeah, we have that cup of coffee, that caffeine gives us a rush, and away we go. And we pretty much, again, ignore what's going on in our body to get all the stuff done that we needed to get done today, right? Or to be
Yeah.
who it is we need to be today or where we need to be.
Actually, I wrote a blog post. I think it was one of my last couple blog posts. It said, I think it was like 3 questions to ask to yourself before you reach for that pill, for
Uh-huh.
that, yeah, for the medication. Before you reach, ask yourself 3 questions. And I can send it to you if anyone wants to read
Yeah,
it.
I will
I'll
include that
I'll
and
give you the link.
give me a teaser here. What's the first question you should ask?
Well, the first question is, first of all, it's the awareness,
Hmm.
you know, just paying attention to your body is the awareness of where where does it hurt?
Hmm.
Or now I have to go back to my cheat because I don't remember fully, but I'm going to tell you in a second.
You're sweet. I appreciate
And it is, so the first question is, what is the pain trying to tell me?
uh
And just listening to it.
and if you do that when you wake up in the morning, even before you get out of bed, it's like you're still in that kind of dream state where you can access your intuition and I believe, your spirit more easily. So you are going to get a very powerful answer.
I think so. Because I think, usually pain, like I said, we always try to fix it. It's a pain, it's the villain. Let's fix it. Instead of, no, pain is a messenger. What is it telling me? Let's listen to it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're completely flipping how I think about pain around in my head. So I'm excited about this conversation so much. What are three powerful, simple shifts that we could do to just feel better right now, today?
I love this question because I'm going to share 1 or 2 techniques.
Okay.
So the first one I would say definitely is the interrupting, you know, again, awareness. So if you could maybe set a time on your phone for like every hour when it goes off the alarm, doesn't matter where you are, you just pay attention. Is there a stress like that you're holding somewhere? Where is it you're holding? Is it at your jaw? Is it at your neck, your shoulders? Is it at your belly? Maybe you can just take a breath for just literally less than 30 seconds
Okay.
and just change that pattern. So, awareness, again, we're coming to awareness of it. Because, like you said, if you're not aware of it, you don't know that's happening. The second thing I would say, start thinking of breathing because it's an involuntary thing. We do it, right? But think of it breathing as an internal organ massage because it is, technically, it is. When we do belly breathing, not just chest breathing, when we do belly breathing, every time your diaphragm expands, it actually moves your liver, it moves your intestines, it moves your stomach a few millimeters. And there's a study, I'm not just saying it, it's an actual been established that when you take deep belly breathing, when your diaphragm inflates, it moves these internal organs. And that's a massage for that organs.
Hmm.
If you like a lot of times, and I notice this on most people, not just women, that they do more of a chest breathing here. They use the supportive muscles to breathe. then what happens, the fascia, that membrane that covers all those organs, they get stuck. So take a simple couple of my favorite breathing techniques would be a box breathing. When you inhale, count of four, hold count of four, exhale count of four, and again hold count of four. Box.
Mm-hmm.
Or my other one is alternate nasal breathing. I love this one. So you close one part of the nose, you inhale, and then close the other one and exhale through the other nostril.
Hmm.
And then inhale through this nostril, close, exhale through the other nostril. Try both of them. They're amazing. Don't overdo it, because if you're not used to it, you can get lightheaded, because there's like all of a sudden too much oxygen goes into your brain,
Mm-hmm.
and that can make you lightheaded. But both of these techniques, like earlier, we're talking about vagus nerve and calming down. Both of these breathing techniques stimulate your vagus nerve and has a very calming, relaxing effect.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one I want to share with you, it's one of my absolute favorite, weirdest techniques, is a tongue and eye movement technique. And there is like a whole science behind it. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to look weird, but I don't care. So what you're going to do is, without moving your head, without extensively moving your jaw, you're going to stick your tongue out one direction while your eyes looking opposite direction, and you're going to switch. So I'm going to come closer to
Okay.
camera. So it looks like this. Sometimes it's hard for people to, you have to be a little coordinated to, when your tongue goes one way, your eyes go other way.
Uh-huh.
So you can start, okay, first you do your tongue, and then you move your eyes opposite direction. But after a while, you can do it easily.
Put it all together.
Yeah. And then you do tongue up, eyes down, eyes up. So it goes something like this.
Huh.
Yeah. But the cool thing is, what that does, like I said, there's a science behind it. It stimulates your cerebellum. And your cerebellum, it regulates the coordination and your balance. And the eye movement stimulates your vestibular apparatus, which again is about balance.
Huh.
So when you do this, and you don't have to do your, I usually have the clients do 6 on each side, side to side, and then 6 up and down each side. And that's it. And then you just take a deep breath. But I have seen clients, and sometimes when I check clients, like neck is tight, chest is tight, instead of me releasing, I'm like, you know what? Let me walk you through a technique. And I walk them through this technique. They do it. I go back and I check, pain is gone. And it's amazing. Yeah, I love. So these 3 things, if you do it, I guarantee you will see some shifts.
Amazing. And for those of you listening to this audio, in the show notes, I will actually include the YouTube link to check out the video so you can see Ani as she demonstrated those for us. And yeah, that is pretty cool and costs me nothing. I can do like that last one, I can do every morning while I'm brushing my teeth. When I'm done brushing my teeth, I can do my little eye, tongue, mouth
I
exercise.
do it when I'm watching TV.
Oh,
Like literally, I do it when I'm watching TV or working on a computer. Well, it's tough working on a computer, but literally take like a 30 seconds, less than a minute, and just do it.
absolutely. Okay, way cool, way cool. All right. My last question for today, really, that I want to wrap up with is if there was one truth, Ani, about pain that you hope every woman listening to this episode would remember for the rest of her life, what would that truth be?
Your body is a brilliant communicator. It's just we have never taught how to listen to it.
Mhm.
So be aware, listen the messages that your body is trying to give you. Like when I get a new client at the office, I would ask them, you will initially, I know why they're coming because if you don't have pain, I would never see you.
Mhm.
So they've already filled out. I know they're there to see me because of, let's say, they're having neck pain, but I still ask several questions. Okay, describe your neck pain. Because a lot of times, most women go to doctors, say, my neck hurts. Okay, describe me the pain. Is it sharp? Is it dull? Do you have it all the time? Does it come and go? What time of the day it's the most? Is it when you're about, to go to a meeting, board meeting? That's where your pain, end of the weekday, like on a, your pain is end of every weekday, and then weekends you have zero pain.
Mhm.
Okay. Is it referral pain? Is there anything you do that makes it feel better or makes it feel worse? When did you notice first time it started? Did you had any injury, trauma, accident, you lifted something? Or what was going on in your life around that time? Because sometimes clients say, no, it just kind of showed up. I'm like, well, think about it. When did it start? First, you felt it. Oh, about maybe a month ago. Was there something going on in your life around that time? Oh, like I found out whatever, emotional something, or I'm starting a new job, or I got let go, or whatever.
Mhm.
So asking the right questions, then you can find out what is your body trying to communicate with you. It's the listening to your body. And I can't tell you how many times I have to tell my clients because sometimes they would come and says, Ani, I'm broken. I'm a mess. It's like, no. First of all, you need to learn how to rephrase that. Reframe. You're not broken. It's just this is something you're going through right now. Just that change of you reframing how you tell what you tell yourself, that tiny little like rephrasing that, it can turn everything around.
Mhm.
Yeah, you are not a mess. You are not broken. This is just something you're going through right now. That's why when I ask my questions, I don't ask, hey, how you doing? I ask, how is your body feeling today? Just today. Yeah,
Well, even that can be a very difficult answer if you have never really paid attention because we don't
exactly.
we don't stop and think, well, how is my body feeling today? Where does it feel good and where does it feel bad? And what does the good and the bad actually feel like versus just a general judgment of this feels good and this feels bad, right?
We generalize it. And that's why I'm teaching women that, especially when it comes to chronic pain, you cannot generalize it. You are a unique, that's one of the reasons I love genetic testing and analysis is because as humans, we share 99.9% of the same DNA. But that 0.1%,
Hmm.
that's what makes us unique. That's what makes us different. And we need to embrace that uniqueness. We cannot just do or be the same way as everyone is, or our body does not function. Even treatments don't work the same way on everyone
Wow.
because it's just we have to find what works for us. Because you are a freaking awesome, unique woman, and just embrace that uniqueness.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yes.
That is amazing. And I know that you have a free gift for our friends that are listening today.
I do. So if, one of the things I love to teach is techniques that you can do at home
Mhm.
free. So I'm going to give my 5 body pain hacks, which once you sign up, you get the first video right away. but for like a 5 videos where I teach a unique technique for neck pain relief, for back pain, for diaphragm release. Those are short, 2 to 4 minute short videos that you will get in your email inbox. You can watch it anytime you want and learn these unique, amazing techniques and use them. So
Thank
yeah, that would be my gift for
you
you,
for that
your
gift.
audience.
I so appreciate that. I will definitely be signing myself up and checking all of that great wisdom out. This has been, honestly, Ani, an amazing conversation. I hope that those of you that are listening or watching today are able to walk away with something powerful, a new understanding of your body, a new sense of possibility, or even just the relief of knowing that pain does not get the final say in your life.
No.
You do. And Ani, thank you again for your wisdom, your compassion, and your unwavering belief that freedom is possible for any of us at any age. For those of you that want to connect with Ani and learn more about her programs and explore the incredible work that she is doing, you will find all her links in the show notes, along with that free gift option as well. Please go follow her. From just this little conversation alone, you must know that she is a wealth of knowledge and a true guide for anyone who wants to reclaim their body and their life. And if this conversation stirred something in you and you're ready for clarity, for direction, for the next brave step in your life, I would love to support you as well. You can always book a Connect and Elevate call with me. It's a powerful 45-minute session where we go through and explore who you are, what's calling you forward, and how to build the next chapter that you want in your life. The link for that is also in the show notes. For everyone, thank you for being here, for showing up for yourself, for saying yes to the possibilities. And if you feel there's someone in your life who could benefit from this podcast, please do not hesitate to share that with them. Until next time, my dear listeners, my dear viewers, please stay curious, stay brave, and absolutely stay unstoppable. Thank you.